Hello, welcome to this channel. My name is Natalia, and today we're gonna talk about software tester responsibilities. What tester do every day, what is software tester day-to-day activities, what software tester is responsible for, and how he does his job. This channel is for those who would like to start their career as a software tester, or for people who already working as a software tester and would like to learn something new. And if you have any specific questions based on this video or any other video you're watching from my channel, feel free to ask me questions. I am happy to make some video by answering your question, and I think it will be helpful to many followers. Let's say you hired as a software tester, as a manual tester or automation tester, and what will be your day-to-day activity. Today I am gonna talk more from automation tester perspective, but if you are manual tester, then most of these things you will also perform. The only things you're not gonna do as a manual tester is automation, it's writing automation scripts or monitoring automation framework. The rest you're gonna do the same as an automation tester. I think it's gonna be helpful video for you. And also, if you're a manual tester, it will be good to know what automation tester does, and maybe in the future you would like to switch your career to learn how to become automation tester, and you already know what will be your responsibility for it. Most of the current software project work in Agile, that's why I'm gonna talk about Agile methodology and your responsibility as a software tester in that methodology. If you work in Scrum or Kanban, you're gonna attend Agile ceremonies. As a part of your job responsibilities, it will be attending different meetings. It can be daily stand-up, sprint planning, sprint grooming, retro or demo meetings, and any other meetings your team to schedule to discuss any defects you found. Maybe it's gonna meeting between automation tester to discuss the best practice for writing automation scripts, and other meetings your team can come out with. When we talk about day-to-day activity, we need to mention it depends what day of the sprint I am in. If it's the beginning of sprint as a software tester, I'm gonna attend sprint planning meeting. If it's middle of the sprint, during the sprint, I will attend my grooming meeting, and if it's the end of the sprint, I will be participate in demo and retro meetings. What do you do every day? When you start your job, usually you check your emails and you check your Agile board. You start to prepare for daily stand-up. You wanna see what stories are there, what stories are defect assigned to you there, which you work on yesterday, if you have any blockers, and what you're planning to work on today. Also, when you check your emails, you would like to check your smoke test report, because the smoke test is type of testing which runs about 30 minutes. It runs early in the morning, and it makes sure that all main functionality of the testing environment is up and running. And as a tester, for you it's important to analyze report of the smoke test and make sure that everything is working. Then you're gonna attend your daily stand-up meeting, when you're gonna answer main 3 questions: what did you do yesterday, what are you planning to do today, and if there are any impediments for you to complete your work. There also regression suite which you're gonna be responsible for as automation tester. If their regression suite runs every day, you would like to check reports. If it's running every sprint, then you can check reports from previous sprint and see which test cases were failing and if there are any fixes needs to be done. So you need to maintain your regression suite. Then again, it depends in which day of the sprint you are. You either may gathering requirements, analyze them, and working with business analyst and product owner, asking questions. Once you understand requirements, you will start to writing test cases and your test scripts. If it's middle of the sprint and developers already complete the user stories and moved in ready for QA, then as a tester, you're gonna pick up each story one by one. You're gonna execute your test cases. If you're manual tester, you're gonna execute them manually. If you're automation tester, you're gonna do some manual testing if you don't have any help from manual testers, and then you're gonna execute your automation scripts, and you will log all defects you found during manual or automation testing. Then the defects will be sent back to developers, and as your responsibility will be retesting these defects once they fix. And once your automation is passing, the story is testing, all defects are fixed, then you will have to push your code. You will create pull requests. You're gonna push all code you work on. You're gonna push during the sprint, but close to the middle of the sprint. Once you complete the testing of the story, you're gonna create pull request, which means you wanna merge your final code to master branch, and you also wanna run these final test cases as a part of your smoke or regression suite. Also, one of the responsibility of you as an automation tester is review pull request of other tester on your team or on the whole project. If your project use the same repository and each of you push the code to the same master branch, then you're gonna review code, you're gonna leave comments, you're gonna approve or disapprove that code. Part of your responsibility will be also maintaining your automation testing framework. That means you need to make sure that everything there is up to date. You can execute and run your test cases. You may create new methods when needed. You may revisit the old test cases, and if they need to be combined in end-to-end test case, which is gonna be one big test case, because the functionality was building piece by piece and there's no reason anymore to keep small pieces of the functionality. We already have end-to-end test case and we're gonna combine small test cases. We always improve and revisit our existing test cases as a part of regression or smoke suits, because it's dynamic and our application functionality change dynamically, and we have to revisit our test cases as well. You're gonna participate in the grooming meetings. In the grooming meeting, you will have to be active, because it's meeting when we're gonna discuss requirements and assign the points to user stories. You need to ask all possible questions you can ask and suggest and analyze these requirements during the grooming meeting. And also during the sprint, you not only just attend sprint ceremonies meetings, you may schedule meetings with your business analyst or product owner and with developers when you need to discuss specific defect or you want to discuss specific requirements. This is also can be additional meetings added to your calendar during the sprint. You can check more about agile methodology from my another video. There I discuss more about these ceremonies and the roles of each team member. And that's it for this topic. Thank you so much for watching until the end, and hope to see you in my next video.